Hi guys, welcome back. Sorry it's been a little while since I've done a video. Life's just been busy. Everything's been very busy at the moment. Just haven't had much chance to get in and get a video done. So I'm continuing on with some of these simple, easy little projects you can do for your craft fairs or give to friends, anything like that. Okay, most of it's out of firewood. As you know, I've been doing a lot of that. I've got some more bits of firewood. I've got another couple of bags of it, and it's got some nice big bits in this one. Bits like this, a lot of it's ash. I think I've got a few bits of oak in it, got some beech in it, stuff like that. Now what I've done, I've had some this sort of size, and what they've had is they've had some cracks in it. So what I've done is the ones that have had cracks, I've run them through my saw and got like some 2x2 or 50mm sort of square bits out, so I can turn something out of that. And that's what I'm going to be doing something out of today. Just a very quick and easy. I'm on my own in here at the moment. Lisa's busy indoors. It's 6 o'clock in the evening, so I've been busy all day, and I'm just going to quickly get a video done if I can. So yeah, I'm going to do it now. It might be a bit bright, the lighting in here, I don't know. I had a couple of my lights went and I had to get new ones, so I thought, right, rather than mess about, I'll change all of them. So these are double LED, so, and I've got 5 of them in a sort of circle around me here. Fantastic for turning. The light is absolutely bright. I'd get no shadows or anything when I'm turning. It's all round light. It's absolutely brilliant, but I don't know what it's going to be like because it's the first video I've done since I've had them, so you'll have to bear with me on that, guys, I'm afraid. Right, I'm going to get this roughed down to, well, roughed down I say. I'm going to make it round, and then I'm going to start turning something. Now I'm just going to use a variety of tools. You might use some carbide, some I might use all traditional, I don't know. I've got plenty of videos up there if you want to know about running the bevels and stuff like that on the carbides. Okay, so I'm just going to do something quick today, just so I'm been going all day. So right, let's get on with it. Life's just been a bit of one of those at the moment. We've had a few things going on, nothing with us as say, but you know, just normal life things that go on. Right, okay guys, I'm gonna get this rough down. I'll leave you there so you can see. Face shield on, always face shield on. Now I've got it held in my chuck. This is my Axminster 114, and I've got the H drawers, the gripper drawers. I like those because they get a really good grip. They hold fantastic, but I don't lose too much wood as if I was using the sharp jaws. I'd be a bit deeper in. Now the actual wood I've got here at the moment from the chucker is just under 10 inches, so 9 3/4. So it would actually be a 10-inch piece of wood. Okay, and I say it's 50mm by 50mm. Now what I've done is I've pulled my tailstock up, not over tight, because I'm hanging out 9.5 inches or 9 3/4 inches from my chuck. If I start taking some cuts down here, the chances are even though it's in these good gripper jaws, I'm going to push it over. Okay, so that's why that is. So I'm going to start it up, and I'm going to rough it down, and we'll go into what I'm making in a minute. I'm going to use my 1-inch fingernail grind roughing gouge. Okay, I'm going to put my hand there just to shield it a little bit, just so I don't get all the chippings come on me. So I'm bringing that in like that, because if I try to go this way, I'm going to go off the tool rest, and I don't want to use a longer tool rest. Now I can come in here, and I've only got to come down to there. See? Like that. See, as I come off, that's what you've got to watch. Doesn't faze me, so it's yeah, I came off the end there, forgetting what I was talking about, saying about the shorter rest, and I went straight off the end. But it doesn't faze me, I just come there and it comes off. So, but something you've got to be aware of. Right. Now you're going to want to wonder what I'm actually making here, aren't you? Well, what I'm going to be making is one of these, just a normal simple garden dibber. Okay, my version, I like to do it, a lot of them they do it straight up here. I like to do an actual handle like this, a bit like a sword handle, because a lot of gardeners might be slightly retired, slightly elderly, and they don't have quite as good a grip, so that makes it easy because they can get a purchase on that to put in. That's what it is. Okay, now I might move my tool rest up. I want to come this way because obviously I'm putting a taper on. I don't want to taper that way, I want to come downhill. So now I won't come off the end of the tool rest. Something you need to be aware of. I'm just getting this rough down like that. Doesn't faze me if I come off the tool rest. So quite often I will turn off the tool rest. Or should I say, without a tool rest. It can be done. You can make odd little cuts here and there if you have to without the tool rest, when you get the experience of it. Well, I'm going to make it roughly about the same size as this one, so I'm going to come back here. I'm going to say about there is where I'm going to go in for the handle. Handle's going to finish there, and I'm going to have the bobble bit there. Right, okay, that gives me a good idea where I'm going. So, right, so a nice steady taper. Now I must say at this point, well, we'll probably actually go to skew in a minute. I must say at this point, I am not a gardener. Okay, I don't do gardening at all. I don't even have a blade of grass in my garden. It is all gravel. So really, for me, doing a garden dibber, I've never used one. Okay, so I'm just doing it roughly that diameter at there, tapering it down. I know I did have one tell me before they don't like a point on the end. They're not going into hard stuff. They just want it a rounded bottom. And measurements aren't anything crucial because they don't actually measure. I suppose like when you get good at wood turning, you get a bit of experience, you don't have to measure for your tenons. You know what you're doing. They know how deep they want to go for seedling. So there you go. Right, I'm going to get this taper down roughly to there because it's easy to do with this. I lost my line then, look. I just caught my line then. Put that back there. That's it. Not crucial, but it's there. I'm going to do a little parting tool just so I know now. So I know actually where it is. And then I'm going to bring my tool rest back up here. Okay. And I'm going to do another little one there, and then I'm going to get rid of that in here. This is all being done with a roughing gouge at the moment because that's all I need. And I should be changing tools in a little while. Right, I'm going to just roll this in. There we go. Roll that in. I'll come off here. Right, I'll do for that in a minute. Right, let me grab I'm going to grab the skew chisel at the moment. This one. And tie my tool rest up. Down onto the skew. So I want to put my tool rest up a bit. And I'm just going to come and start on the thing like this. Just so I can get on there, and then I'm probably a little bit high with my tool rest actually. Yeah, a little bit high with it. Sorry. There we go. That's going to make it easier. Right, so start on that end. Right. So I'll have a bit more taper to it than that. There we go, that'll be better. Right, that's not too bad a taper actually. And in here, if you come in and put the taper in, well, put the handle, I want a slight swell for the handle. A lot of time normally I wouldn't even bother using the skewer on this, I would normally be using a spindle dowel. Right, I was going to stop at that for a minute just to show you, if you want to use your square chisel, you can always be using your square carbide, okay? We'd start on exactly the same, we'd come on here, take our taper down, keep that bevel in control. Now with this I can go to my right hand to come round because it allows me with the carbide. There we go. It gives that nice little taper. What I'm going to do is do a little chamfer on this like that, so that takes any sharp edges off. Again here we can do exactly the same as we do with the skew. Come round there. Okay, gives us a nice thick enough handle. Come round to here. Actually, I'm going to bring you now up that end. You've been a little bit far out actually, haven't you, I suppose, but well, it should be alright. Should be alright. There you go, it should be alright there. Looks a bit dark, if I say, the camera there. I don't think I've changed anything on it. Right, okay, so yeah, getting this to from that slight swell shape. I will take the skew chisel again there and just cut that in. So just using a variety of tools all together. Back to the square carbide. Bring that in, that's it, I like that. Now I've got this end, now we can go for, you can use a skew, you can use your round carbide. I'm going to use the round carbide for a minute. And come onto here, I'm actually going to use my parting tool to come into the top of this. That's still square there. What I want to do is take away some of that. That's it. And then using my 9mm round, I'm going to bring this down. Bring it down a bit. I don't want it as big as this. Just use the bevel. Come down. Might do a little beady bit there. A little bit, no, it don't look right with a bead. Bring it right in, that's it. Bring that in. Tool rest's a little bit higher, I'll hide it up for the skew. Hide it up for the skew, didn't I? It's a little bit high there. Right, let's bring that in there. And now we can take this around. Working very close to the cup there, so you've just got to watch your fingers. You don't want to get your fingers caught. Now I want this sort of top. I'll come in and finish that off with the skew in a minute. I want this sort of a top on it, like this, because I think that's nice to have in your hand. You can, yeah, I think it's nice. You can clean that up. Remember, all on the bevel, all bevel control. There we go, that feels nice. That all feels nice and all feels okay. So now what I'm going to do is just transfer where these marks are. It's not, I don't go for it exact, but it's, so I'm going to say one there,
one there. They seem to look alright when it was on there. There, they seem to look alright. They're not exact measurements. They're just what I've done, okay? And I'm going to use a skew chisel. A skew chisel again, just to cut them in. And the reason I'm doing them with a skew chisel is I want them deep enough so that when you're doing the marking up, when the dirt comes on it, they'll still be visible enough. There we go, that'll be alright. Yeah. So if I'm not quite with it today, guys, I've been a bit tired. It's been a very busy day. And sort of doing a video was a last minute sort of decision for me to do something. Like I say, Lisa's busy indoors. She's actually giving Daisy a haircut at the moment. Daisy obviously is the dog. She's done Buster, she's done Jasmine, and she's got to do Daisy. Daisy's not the best to do. She's all right. It's just she's a bit impatient with Daisy. And you've got to be careful with her, because the minute you say something like you're doing it and you go there or something, the minute you say something like that, she thinks that's it, it's done. She thinks that means it's done and she can jump down, and that's what she tries to do. I'm going to just round that a little bit more there. It doesn't feel quite as nice in the hand. Right, that all feels nice, that all feels nice, that's all nice. That's got to come in a bit more, and because it's up near the shut, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do it with I'm going to do it with a skew chisel. I'm going to actually bring this in a bit here with a skew chisel. So I can actually get a nice smooth top on it, see? Just using the long point, come in. Like I say, I'm not going for any pointed tops or anything like that. It's got to be a square over top, and I'm going to be sanding that, so it will be alright. But before I get too far down on there, I just want to come in and get this bit here done. Because obviously it's got a hole in it. Now I don't mind when it comes up, but I don't want to take the tailstock away to turn, because it probably would wobble. There we go. Now I know that's not connected now, so that's alright. So now I'm going to do a quick little bit of sanding on it. Bring that in. Not putting too much pressure on, because obviously it's only held by this little bit up here. Doesn't need a lot of sanding. I mean, come on, it's going to be going into soil and stuff on it, so nice and smooth though, nice finish. And I haven't got to put any pressure on or do a lot of sanding, because we've got all beautiful cuts with our tools, didn't we? We used all different tools there. Yes, I suppose the one thing to point out there is don't come off the end of your tool rest. I think a lot of the trouble is when you've been turning for a long time, you get a little bit complacent with things. And complacency is where things tend to go wrong. But I'm quite comfortable with the way I turn, and I'm quite happy with it. Like I said, I will many a time make a cut on a piece of wood without the tool rest actually being used. And I have no worries about doing that. There we go. Keep it as a line there, it's not, it's a shadow on the wood. There we go. quick and simple, nice little garden dibber. Well, it's quick and simple. It's been a little bit longer because I've been talking. I don't know what that is there, whether I can do something or not. I think so. No, there's nothing there. Good. So I think with the grain, I can sometimes feel the grain. Right, that's that. I'll turn the dust extractor, the noise a bit off. I'm going to put a little bit of, move this out of the way, I'm going to put a bit of sanding sealer on it. And then I'm going to be using a bit of carnauba wax. Now, like I said, I'm not over worried about the finish on this because, let's face it, it's what it's going to be used for, isn't it? I mean, you're going to be having it in a potting shed or in a greenhouse, and you're going to be sticking it in dirt. So I don't think you really need to go for your grits and, you know, your sanding pastes and all that sort of stuff, and wax finishes and all that. You just want a quick and easy finish, cheap and cheerful, get it done. Make them quick, sell them quick, and sell them cheap. Right, okay, so that's that done. Right, let's get a little bit of these shavings here. Just to denib. That denibs it. And then, remember, I've still got it in this tub here, our carnauba wax we made up. If I can find the opening. Right, there it is. There's a bit I was using. That bit. That's the bit I've been using. And that's the bit I'm going to use. Right, okay, so I've got my rag. Got that. So, right, we're coming in here. Around, down here. Nice even coat. Right, keep it nice and even. That's got to move there because it's not actually held here. That's just looking at it. It's not actually holding it. It's just looking at it. Right. Put the carnauba wax away. I don't use this for anything else. All that is what I made up, so I use it for when I'm doing pieces on video. Right, so it's going in there. So watch your hands there because that's still square on that end. Yeah, nice and dead. Don't put too much pressure on. Now the beauty of carnauba wax is it does stay nice and shiny. And it resists fingerprints and it's nice, and like I say, for what it's being used for, I wouldn't over worry about it because it's not going to last very long, is it? Like being nice and pretty, not when it's being used in dirt and everything. You make it too pretty, people won't buy it because they think, well, I'm going to mess that up straight away. There we go, now we're going to take this off. And then we'll just finish the end off with a little bit of a sanding, isn't we? So I want my parting tool because I'm going to come in here and part this here like this. Oh, and it's come off. That's a shame. I thought that would have held till I got the skew, but it's all right. It hasn't damaged it at all. It fell off. Came off quicker than I expected it to. Right, let me pull that camera out a little bit. Put it there, because what I'm going to do, I shall show you. It just came off. I don't know why it's separated a bit quicker, see? Being firewood, I suppose. But it's not a problem because I'm just going to sand it. Because I was going to have to sand the end anyway. So I'll do a quick sand on that. Take that out. Pop my sanding arbor in. There we go. Start that up. And a very quick, literally, there we go, that's it. There we go. Just came off that little bit, and now I've just got a tiny little double on the end. That's it, that's gone. Just came off that tiny bit quicker than I was expecting it to. That's all that was. And then what I should do is put a little bit of wax on that end. Take this out. Pop that up there. And then, now I can't use Canuba wax for the end bit, because if I do that, I won't be able to get the friction to buff it. So a little bit of my paste wax. It's got Canuba wax in it as well. That'll finish that end, and that'll finish that end, and there you go. Oh, camera's moved slightly, sorry. Over there, like so. Let me just check where I am there. Sorry about this, guys. Yeah, like I said, the problem of being on my own when I'm in there. Right, so there we go. We finished that end, all finished off. Nice, another little garden dibber. So, and there's that one. That one hasn't actually had any finish put on it. I left that one bare, but that one's slightly bigger than this one, but the markings are in the same places, so that's all right. So there you go, guys. Didn't bother it when it fell on the floor, which was lucky. Lucky I put the Canuba wax on, sealed it up. So there we go, guys. Right, I am feeling quite tired. You might be able to tell. Probably shouldn't have done a video. But there you go. Just a quick, simple garden dibber, making up for the craft fair. Make loads of them, just put them in a box and sell them at a, you know, well, I don't know, you sell them what you want to sell them for. And there you go, quick little garden dipper. Help to fund your hobby. Right, toodle pip, guys, and I will see you on the next one. Thank you.